many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, Mr. Owl? Oh, let me see. One, two, three. I don't know if he did the third lick or not, but anyway, let's just go with that. 3 licks. There's a quantity. Any more quantities? 4.25. That's a quantity. And so 3 licks is 3 licks for a regular Tootsie Roll Pop, right? So let's see. How's a regular Tootsie Roll Pop? Mm-hmm. Then you got one 4.5 times larger. Well, it's 3 licks for one. How many licks will it be for something that's 4.25 times larger? This is sort of like what we're going to be learning, like ratios and stuff like that, and proportions and whatever. But we're just going to, but if you want to look for keywords, somebody like Mr. Hoffman, it says times right there. Okay, so all right, let's go with that. We'll go ahead and do the 3 times 4.25. Ta-da! Now, if you want, you could bust out your calculator since we have them, but you could also just set it up like this. Remember, when you add and subtract, you line them up and drop. Decimals line them up and drop. Them decimals line them up and drop when you add and subtract. But we're not adding and subtracting. When you multiply, you're going to line up the last digit. Well, 3, there's only one digit, and then 4.25, that's the last digit. And you could just do it this way. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 3 times 4 is 12. And how many decimal digits do we have? Let's find out. Decimal digits. We have 2 decimal digits. So we need to have 2 decimal digits in our answer. It would take 12.75 licks. And that's probably going to be one giant chomp at the end of that. All right, class rules, be kind, stay on task. If you're on task, you won't have the chat off task, and you won't be posting social media tags and links. Believe Mr. Hoffman can eventually not trip over his tongue. Next, operations with decimals, that's your assignment. Find it in the OMHS. Next, we can solve, I can solve, we can solve, you can solve, yours, mine, ours. We can solve, I can solve word problems involving fractions, mixed numbers, and decimals. We're talking about everything, people. We're throwing in everything and the kitchen sink. We're going to throw in some addition here. We're going to throw in some subtraction. We're going to throw in some multiplication, and we're going to throw in some division. That's the obulus. Remember, that's Miss Kotef's favorite thing. Tell her, hey, Miss Kotef, that's it. That's your favorite. Okay. So go ahead and get in and let's see what you got. We're going to go ahead and do your rating right here. We're not going to do it anywhere but here. That's right. Just write it down on your paper or something like that. This is your thing, your baseline. How good at you? How good do you think you're going to be? How good are you right now at this moment? Remember, this is just your confidence with doing word problems with all of them. Figure out, oh, you mean you're not going to tell me we're just doing only subtraction word problems today? No. You got to figure out if it's subtraction, addition, multiplication, or division.